this is what, you did. This is what I did. This is how we should have handled it, but we didn't. I'm really sorry. I want you to know how much I love you. And let's just move on from this.
One of the things that I would do with my son is I said, okay, this is what I did wrong. And this is what I should have done differently. What should you have done differently? And that was something from our training too, right?
And we can ask parents that too. What should I have done differently?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember I used to sit my son down. I think he thought it was a trap. When I'd say, what is it that bothers you? What should I do differently? What would you like me to change? You'd be like, nothing, Mom. You're a good mom. I'm like, okay, no, this isn't a trick. I'm not going to lose my shit on you or ground you because you're honest. Because it was just him and I against the world, right? It was the two of us. And I wanted my son to grow up to be a functioning, healthy adult that contributes to society. And we as parents... Many of us are afraid of this, and we understand this, but sometimes I think we as parents also don't realize that we are the ones with the greatest opportunity to fuck our kids up.
Exactly. We are, and we do. We make mistakes. It's, we're learning as well. We're young. A lot of times we're very young when we have kids, and... Actually, our first one is always just a trial project. We do the best we can.
I kept my pancake.
Yeah.
Because he was the only one I had. This poor kid was So my son, I was a single parent basically his whole life. I didn't start dating until he was like 23. Just because I had other priorities. And, well, the dating world sucks. That's a whole other episode.
Yeah, that's a whole other episode.
I got some stories to share about that. But one day my son was like, I don't want you to have any more kids, Mom. I'm like, well, they're not lining up, so we're good. He said, I don't want to share the attention. And he was very honest. And then when my nephews were born, my son was about 16, and he realized he wasn't going to have any blood nieces or nephews of his own because he had no siblings.
Yeah.
Because his dad didn't have any more other children as well. He had stepchildren for a bit when he was married.
Yeah.
And at 16, my son goes, Mom, do you think you could have another baby? No.
Not in this lifetime.
Fuck. No.
No.
I can't. I just can't. I just was like, no. And now I'm in a relationship with somebody much younger than me who may decide to be a mom someday, so...
Yeah, priorities change.
I'm going to be leaning on my friggin' walker changing diapers.
Oh, we had our grandkids on the weekend, and one weekend is enough. We take them once a month, and oh my God, I am so tired. I have to have 3 naps after they go home. I'm exhausted.
Well, I look after my nephews, and I'm like, oh my God, whoever decides to have 2 children.
I know.
They
it's
fight.
Crazy. I'm like, how do you shower?
My mom and I are divide and conquer. You take that one, I'll take this one. Oh my gosh. But if Kay and I do decide to have children, I've already told her, you're running after them. I'm too fucking old. I will discipline them. What it's going to be is you just wait till your other mom comes home, and they'll be like, no, not the big mom.
But you won't be able to catch them.
Here's the thing. Kids used to tell me that all the time, right? Yeah. They're like, you can't catch me. I said, you got to get by me first.
That is true.
I have arms like a fucking octopus. They think I'm on the other side of the room. Got him.
Yeah.
Got him. Got him. Well, can't catch him. Trip him. Throw something at them. No, just
no,
kidding.
No, she does not do that.
If your family and children's services, no, I am not beating children, nor am I encouraging you to beat your children. That's bad.
I'll try to keep her under control. But, last weekend, Bree and I went for a drive because we're going, she's getting married this summer.
Yes.
And we're going mother of the bride dress shopping. And we had a chance to have, a nice long talk in the car. And I said to her, I brought up, the past and being a single mom. And, I'm sorry if she felt that I was too hard on her, whatever. And she said, Mom, you know what? You were perfect, and I love you.
And our kids say that.
I know. And it just made me feel so good. And Emily says that, and Andy says that. And it's just like, wow, okay, maybe
well, I've only got
okay.
one that says it, but whatever. Well, see, so be
one or 3, it's all the same. It feels the same.
Stuart, if you're listening, you need to step it up, buddy. She's got 3 kids you got to make up for.
Come on, Stuart.
The thing is with single mom, I raised my son a great deal of his life below the poverty line. So if anybody knows what it's like to do without and to try to make ends meet and wonder where the next meal's coming from, it's a single parent.
It's hard.
I remember my son and I were visiting friends from the States who have a cottage nearby. And we're on their pontoon boat and we're touring the lake and we're seeing all of these beautiful houses. And I know the people, I know the families. I went to school with their kids. And I remember looking at my son and saying, you know, I'm sorry, Stuart, that I couldn't give you this. And he looked over at me and he said, you know, Mom, I got a pretty good life.
Yeah.
You did a good job. I love you. I don't have a single regret. And to me, that was amazing.
Yeah. Sometimes as parents, we put so much pressure on ourselves when all our kids want is our attention and our time.
Yeah.
It's
and
so
I think that's what it comes down to. Our kids drive us crazy. And, you know, sometimes we think the animal kingdom has it right when some of them eat their young. But when we look at the adults they grow up to be and the appreciation and the respect for what we did and what we sacrificed and what we gave, I guess it makes it all worth it. So I guess I'm glad I didn't eat my young.
I am too.
I think he'd be kind of bitter.
Yeah, I think they all would be. And then I wouldn't have grandchildren.
Yeah, I'm not in that position yet. He's getting close to that age, but he is around that age. He's actually, by the time I was his age, I was raising his little ass. So, you know, his timeline is different than mine, which I'm very, very grateful for. I think they want to have kids at some point. I asked him one day. I remember saying to him, you know, just out of curiosity, do you want to be a dad? Because there's so much pressure on millennials to have kids, and some of them don't want to have kids.
And they're having kids later and later. They're doing their careers, school and careers first.
And
which
some
is
of them
great.
don't want to have kids at all. So I said to Stu, I said, do you want to be a dad? Because I'm not going to talk about grandchildren if you don't want to be a dad. You know? Yeah. I'm not going to push for that. And he said, yeah, he would like to be a dad someday. And I think that my son will be a good dad.
Oh, I think so too. Stuart is so kind.
He's a big teddy bear.
Yeah.
He's furry like one too, but that's a whole other podcast. So in the meantime, don't be so hard on yourself. Pour yourself a drink. It will get easier. Be kind to yourself.
Cheers, everyone. Till next week.
Cheers.